Alexis Allred. My time here at Clovis High has been memorable. Over the past 4 years, I have grown academically, developed character, and have met some of the most amazing people. I plan to carry everything I learned at Clovis High School into my future. I'm excited to graduate high school and move into the next chapter of my life.
Shelby Altoff. With 13 CHS alumni in my family, Clovis High has become a second home. The moments that stand out to me the most happen to be the smallest ones, like staying up until dawn to finish assignments and listening to my teachers make corny jokes to spice up a lecture. I have discovered through memories like those, Clovis High has prepared me for a great new beginning of the rest of my educational journey.
Simran Owl. High school has been nothing short of unexpected. From the long procrastinated nights of studying to the craziness of extracurriculars, these past 4 years have truly flown by. But these experiences make up for the great memories that high school brings, like finally getting that A you have been praying for and cheering on our teams under the Friday night lights. As this chapter ends, I can say that I will always cherish the people and memories that Clovis High has brought me.
Annalisa Au. As I was entering high school, I was told your 4 years in high school will fly by so fast. I never believed it until I reached my senior year. Looking back at my years of high school, I have experienced many memorable events. My most memorable event was doing the Blue Dye Lab. It was the most challenging lab and I struggled with many classmates. I faced lots of stress, but it gave me the opportunity to meet new people and get closer to friends.
Brittany Avila. Clovis High School has given me a marvelous escapade to my adulthood in preparation for the higher level of my education, well known as college. My aspiration is to become an honorable and respectable attribute to the medical field. With longing to achieve my dream, I am attending the biomedicine lab at the Center for Advanced Research and Technology to further my knowledge of the medical field. My teachers, counselor, and parents are who have guided me to the monumental advancement to the start of a new beginning.
Gabby Avila. Senior year is coming to a close and another chapter of my life is just beginning. It is so crazy to see what I have accomplished during my high school career. Being a peer counselor, CART ambassador, and becoming a lifetime CSF member, all the great memories I have made on the Clovis High campus I will never forget. I would definitely miss this place. Once a cougar, always a cougar.
Amy Bang. If there was one thing that my Clovis High experience had taught me, it would be the great value of people in my life. The people who have become my closest friends since freshman year, the people who have encouraged me to take AP classes, the people who can easily make me laugh after a rough day at school, the people who hold me accountable at softball practice. No matter who they are the people I value greatly and will never forget.
It's Araceli Bernal Martinez. Throughout these 4 years at Clovis, I have been blessed to have made close relationships with many people, from Ecology Club and Choir to Science Olympia and Interact Club. There have been so many memories and fun experiences that one can't even count. The football games were especially fun. The teachers have always been so helpful and caring to all students. Thanks to them, we are where we are supposed to be. I can't wait to create more wonderful memories when I head out to college.
Rachel Berry. When I think about my high school experience, I think about my sports teams. Every team was unique, and I will remember the laughter, the tears, the wins, losses, and most importantly, the friendships gained. I recall multiple times on my cross-country team when we were laughing and talking so loud that Coach Brenner said, "You're sucking up all the oxygen." My teams taught me to prepare for success, work hard, and learn from my failures.
Daniel Brands. Looking back on the past 4 years of high school, I now realize that it was not as bad as I had once thought it would be. All the times I had to stay up late to make sure that I finished all homework for the next day, to having to study for hours on end for the next day's test, there were plenty of times that I considered it stressful. Yet beyond all of these late nights, my 4 years offered me many classes that pushed me and showed me how to succeed. Clovis High School gave me many friendships and memories that I know I will cherish for years to come.
Serena Brar. The best way to put it is that high school was a roller coaster. Between juggling homework, extracurriculars, and family, sleep was not in my vocabulary. However, the experiences I had will carry with me for the rest of my life, creating a foundation that I can always look back on and smile. Thanks, Clovis High, for giving me incredible relationships that will last a lifetime.
Faith Boondros.
These past 4 years at Clovis High have been marked by too many AP classes, not enough sleep, a few tear-stained textbooks, and a serious caffeine addiction. Yet, at the same time, there have been some amazing friendships, a handful of inspirational teachers, hundreds of laugh-until-you-cry moments, and a few very weird experiences. It's all about balance, right? So thanks, Clovis High. It's been quite the adventure.
Mackenzie Bird. My experience at Clovis High has allowed me to grow up and learn where I stand in the world. Thanks to my amazing teachers, Mr. Douglas and Mrs. Mendonça, my hardworking coach, Coach Noel, and the other influences on my life, such as my parents and Mrs. Thompson. I have been able to learn about myself and the goals I have for my life by being involved in the many different activities at Clovis High, especially leadership and student government. I am proud of the accomplishments and the awards I have received and could not have done it without the support of my teachers, parents, and friends.
Paulo Carmelo. The performing arts drove me crazy, and I'm so grateful for it. From practicing the violin early in the morning and late at night, to dancing my little heart out for the whole world to see, to acting as bizarre characters in peculiar situations with the improv team, I thank you, performing arts, for making my world that much more crazy, in a good way.
Linda Chapman. I can remember moving to Clovis and being scared of what high school was going to be like, but once I got to Clovis High, I found my second home. Every teacher and administrator pulled me under their wing and truly helped me get through these past 4 years. I cannot lie, it has been challenging, but I am very grateful for all of the experiences and friends I've made along the way. My time at Clovis High has taught me many things and shaped me into who I am today.
Sikander Chowdhury. The memories created on this campus began nearly 6 years ago for me as a member of the AAU basketball program. I continued with this program throughout my freshman and sophomore year here at Clovis High until later shifting focus to the requirements to achieve my future goals. Realistically, I believe this shift from late night practices to sleepless nights finishing AP homework provided me with the opportunity to experience this campus in a holistic sense as both a student and an athlete.
Daniel Chevy. Over my 4 years at high school, I have had the opportunity to take rigorous AP classes and meet new friends. At first, I began to count the beats in my orchestra class and ended up in AP Calculus, calculating integrals and derivatives. My love for math has shined through everything I do, and it continues to propel me further into college and beyond.
Kiana Covarrubias. My biggest motivators have been my parents. I am the daughter of 2 cancer-ill, brave people. After my father's death this past January, I would not have been able to recover in school without the help of my amazing teachers. Their compassion and understanding gave me the push I needed to finish this year strong. I love my family very much, and I hope to continue making them proud.
Wyatt Cornelison. I think that Clovis High School is a great place to become prepared for college. I liked going to school here because I was able to gain a lot of experience and knowledge from the AP courses offered, and I was still able to excel at wrestling and spend time with my friends.
Abigail DeCastro. Honestly, high school would have been extremely grueling without my friends by my side. If it not for them, my life would have been nothing but boredom. But thanks to them, high school was filled with amazing memories. During forensics, when we wake up at 4 in the morning to go to school at 6, to compete at 8 until 9 p.m. In that time period, friends are absolutely necessary. Thank you to all my friends who stuck by me through the best and worst of times.
Eliana Dittman. Soccer has been a huge part of my life ever since I could walk. Once soccer season came around, my whole life was consumed with practice, games, and team bonding, and I can never forget going to the Valley Championship game my junior year. I was always a student that couldn't have any grade lower than a B, and I think that's what made my high school experience so amazing. This quality has given me the opportunity to interact with teachers like my sponsor that not only taught me well, but in the process also became a friend.
Mackenzie Dolph. I'd like to say that I've grown a little wiser, a little crazier, and a little taller since freshman year. High school has been an intense learning and growing period, and I definitely had my ups and downs and periods of existential crises. It was a challenge balancing the hectic life I had created, but it was definitely worth it because it created some of my most cherished memories that I share with my friends.
Bailey Douglas.
Looking back on my years as a Cougar, it feels like the blink of an eye. High school has had its high and low points, but I can only remember the highs. The all-nighters don't seem as tiresome, AP classes don't seem as daunting, and the sporting events don't seem as nerve-wracking. The choir performances seem more beautiful, the friendships seem stronger, and having my dad as a teacher doesn't seem as intimidating. I'm grateful for the impact Clovis High has had on my life and the influence it will have on my future.
Allison Dyke. While at Clovis High, I have had a lot of best memories, so it's hard to pick just one. But being a part of the badminton team, Mrs. Minucci's dance rep concerts, and Mrs. Kaler's fall show, You Can't Take It With You, are definitely all highlights of my time in high school. I love to compete and I love to perform, so I am grateful for the opportunity to have gotten to do both while at Clovis High. And I look forward to continuing to do all of these things next year in college.
Lauren Dyke. Some of my favorite memories at Clovis High have been watching sporting events and plays, playing varsity badminton, participating in dance rep and Fiddler on the Roof, being in leadership, educational careers ROP, and the CART Multimedia Lab. Clovis High's athletic and theater departments are outstanding, and it has been so fun being able to cheer on my classmates. Thanks to ROP and CART programs, I have been able to discover new passions and explore career options.
Preston Farnsworth. Wow, high school went by fast. I didn't really believe people when they said that it just flies by. My favorite classes were my science classes. The best part about chemistry was making ice cream. My favorite part about anatomy was the dissection lab. But I could have done without the mice being fed to the snake. I learned so much from Clovis High, and hopefully I will never forget this amazing experience.
Taylor Franks. Though I have always been passionate about performing arts, drama, stagecraft, and choir have shaped not only my high school years, but also the person I have become. Long nights, weeks, months of exhausting rehearsal, giving part of your heart to a group of people who have worked just as hard as you. The terror and exhilaration that comes with a full house. When I remember high school, I will remember a stage, one full of a family of students.
Tyson Frazier. I was a student athlete, and it was not always the easiest thing at Clovis High. But all of those long nights doing homework were worth it in the end, as it opened up many doors of opportunity for me. Then, playing baseball and football for Clovis High, and stepping onto the field with my closest friends was a feeling like no other, and it's something I'll cherish for the rest of my life.
Delaney Gilman. My time at Clovis High has been nothing but memorable. I'll never be able to thank my teachers enough for all they have done for me, especially Mrs. Bellman. I was blessed to be in her class. I'll never forget her psych tests or talking about how much teenagers thought about pizza. I want to say thank you to all my teachers for making my 4 years at Clovis High the best.
Crisanto Gonzalez. People have told me that I'll look back on high school as the best 4 years of my life. Although it may not have been a perfect 4 years, I see high school as an amazing experience. I will cherish my memories of hanging out with my friends at lunch, working on research projects at CART's Biotechnology Lab, and competing in the competitions with my math team. The times I spent with my friends are what made high school such a great and memorable experience.
Rachel Granillo. In percussion, it truly felt like I had a second family. I felt like I could always escape my problems and insecurities when I would go to practice or performances. In my final fall season, we had to perform our last run in Buchanan's NPR because of the rain. Halfway through the performance, I looked around and I just started crying. I couldn't stop because I saw that I had grown so close to so many people, and what we did together was amazing to me. 4 years ago, I had no idea that any of this would be possible, and now I'm so glad it was.
David Guaglianoni. These last 4 years have been the best of my life so far. I have gained innumerable memories and friendships along the way. My teachers have inspired me to love learning and cultivating my skills as a student. I look forward to college and expanding my future with the skills I have learned at Clovis High School.
Graham Haas. Throughout my education at Clovis High, I have had the privilege to be surrounded by numerous peers and staff who made my experience all the more enjoyable. Whether it was on the pool deck capturing a Valley Championship for the first time in our program's history, or in the classroom receiving an A in a rigorous AP class, or putting on a mental health week for my classmates, I am reminded of how lucky I am to go to Clovis High with an atmosphere that is second to none in Clovis Unified.
Cheer Jolie Hugh. Playing basketball at Clovis High has always helped me to work hard and put my best efforts into everything that I do. But the most important thing I learned was that everything comes to an end. Whether we wanted to or not, a basketball game will come to an end. A class period or the 24 hours in a day will come to an end. So we will have to work hard and make every moment count. And when I took advantage of every precious moment to learn, grow, and develop into the person I want to become, I am thankful for my experiences at Clovis High that allowed me to have those opportunities.
Emily Xu. 4 years may seem to be a short time, but for a teenager who barely reached 18 years old, it's almost 1/4 of my life experience. In these past 4 years at Clovis High School, the most memorable part would be joining the German club. I was able to get involved and cooperate with other club members. I believe what I learned will be helpful in my future, and these unique memories will forever be treasured by me.
Mark Knoyen. High school provided an opportunity to experience a wide range of activities. Over the past 4 years, I've built doghouses in construction, filmed music videos in German, studied radiotherapy at CART, played saxophone in band, and competed in the math team. Individually, these events form a small part of what I've done at Clovis High. Together, they represent the diversity of experiences I've had throughout high school. Through these, I've met many personalities, and most importantly, settled on a direction for my future.
Hannah Lanier. You never really believe your older siblings when they tell you to slow down and enjoy high school while it lasts. Now I'm getting ready to leave the place I called home for the past 4 years and still can't fully comprehend where the time went. It's taken until now, my senior year, to be able to look back and realize what I have accomplished and to appreciate the events, both bad and good, that formatted who I am today, a graduating lifetime member of CSF.
Riley Ledbetter. I believe that I am a very hardworking, loyal, and fun-loving person, and Clovis High is a big part of why I am that person today. Their outgoing nature and kind staff have helped me to be a better public speaker and a more confident person. For example, this year I decided to try out for the role of class speaker, winning the top 3. Faith, family, and education are my top priorities in life, and I do my best to balance my schedules.
Gaozong Li. I can finally say that I have made it to my senior year. It seems like it was just yesterday playing on the playground during recess time, and now I will be walking down the graduation aisle in less than 3 months. Throughout the 4 years, I have made some of the best memories. Forming relationships with different individuals and joining many clubs have helped me grow personally and professionally. The love and bond that I have created at Clovis High will forever be in my heart. Once a cougar, always a cougar.
Mina Lee. CART and the CET program at Clovis High are huge opportunities for students to figure out what career they want to pursue, and I am one of them. In my junior year, I had the chance to take a medical careers class in the CTE program. I got to interact with patients and did hands-on work in a medical environment. Currently, I am attending at the Center for Advanced Research and Technology, taking an economics and finance lab, where I am experiencing how to manage finances and learning the steps of running a business.
Kobe Linford, and in my 4 years I've been involved with the music program here as well as the tennis team. One of my most memorable experiences was one of my tennis matches where I got an ace on Daily Meinart, who is a semi-professional player who played for Clovis North. My favorite classes here were probably AP Physics and AP Chemistry. I really enjoyed the labs and my lab group too. They're really cool.
Destiny Marcelo. I've never been a morning person, and believe me, it was a struggle getting to school on time. However, my motivation was knowing that these 4 years would change my life forever. Throughout my years at Clovis High School, I have some wonderful teachers and believed in me more than I believed in myself. They have inspired me to grow and think outside the box. I am extremely grateful for my parents who have taught me that hard work can provide me with endless opportunities.
Cyrus Manley.
My experience at Clovis High School over the past 4 years is something I will never forget. While attending this amazing school, there were people here that helped me when I felt I'd hit rock bottom. From everyday interaction with our lovely administration, teachers, and staff, to Friday night lights on the football field or staying up because I procrastinated on homework. Life away from campus will be odd at first, but I'm eager to embark on this journey.
Patrick James McDonough. My time at Clovis High has mostly been spent in a pool, and I never regret a single second. Even after all of the horrible morning practices and awful swim sets, I still love it and wish there was more time to go out and play again. The time went by faster than I ever imagined, and all of the teachers that say the time goes by fast are absolutely right.
Gracie McKesson. Looking back, Clovis High wasn't my first choice for a high school, but I can now say that I wouldn't trade the memories and friends that I've made for anything in the world. Many of my best high school memories come from being a part of the Cougars Growl staff as a reporter and editor-in-chief. With all the seriousness that comes with running a newspaper, there was still plenty of room for fun and friendships. Also, joining the mock trial team and portraying a defense witness allowed me to be a part of a team that made sitting in a courtroom a memorable experience.
Raylene McVicker. Although there were some pretty bad lows, I also had so many better highs. I want to thank my parents for continually encouraging me to be my best, my leadership teacher Stacy Lazari for always being so loving towards me, my brothers Ryan and Robert for being my biggest cheerleaders, my best friend Cassidy for never leaving my side, and lastly, my favorite dancer Abigail for consistently ensuring that my homework is done.
Izana Mesfin. Out of all the classes I've taken at Clovis High School, the most useful class I took was economics. In this class we did a budget project where we calculated the expenses of living on our own for 2 months. This was the first time I had seriously looked at what it takes to live on my own. It was a very eye-opening experience for me.
Wesley Mills. When you show up for orientation right before the start of freshman year, all the seniors tell you that high school will be over before you know it. You blow it off as something people just say until you get to where I am now, 4 years later, getting ready to graduate. It's been a blur, but high school is something I'll never forget. I've been at the band room as late as 1 a.m. and as early as 3, but I don't regret a thing. The chance I've had to make music with friends is worth it all.
Samantha Mira. My time at Clovis High will be memorable. Although I only attended it for 2 years, I was happy to be here. I was given many opportunities that I will always be grateful for. The teachers and fellow students make Clovis High a great and welcoming place to be, and I appreciate the short amount of time I was able to spend here.
Erin Massetti. Attending Clovis High was one of the best experiences I could have asked for. I met teachers and coaches who were like a second family and teammates that I would not trade for the world. I have made many memorable experiences these past few years at Clovis High, but going to Hawaii with my volleyball team for a week was definitely the most unforgettable.
Joseph Monitor. Looking back at my years at Clovis High, one of my most memorable experiences was being on the CHS marching band. Being able to be part of the drumline my freshman year meant a lot to me and helped me transition into Clovis High. Everybody on the drumline was welcoming and helpful, especially the upperclassmen who gave me advice on pretty much everything. Despite the long hours of practice and weekends sacrificed for performances, it was all worth it because of the people and the fact that they were all stuck there with you.
Madison Murray. My whole high school experience has been filled with lessons both in and out of the classroom, but the most important lesson I have learned while at Clovis High is how to be a good student leader. Leadership and ISC have both been irreplaceable experiences filled with great memories that will last a lifetime. It's crazy to think the Friday night football games and spending every day with my best friends is almost over, but I'm so grateful that I was able to experience all of it while at Clovis High.
Abigail Neighbors. They told us in our freshman orientation that high school is just a speck in our life, so enjoy it while it lasts. I'd like to say I believed that then and really took it into consideration, but you know how it was then. I didn't need to listen to the adults speak their usual cliche of time flies fast. There is truly no place like high school, and after all these years, I can truthfully say thank you to high school and everything it has given to me. It may have been a speck in my life, but boy was it a big ol' speck.
Brianna Navarro.
My senior year can be summarized by the journey of a Harry Styles figurine I got from Mrs. Ogden. In AP Lit, it was taken by Jessica, who secretly gave it to Kyle. Then he got my number from Sona and sent me a ransom for the doll. Jessica played both sides and told me how to get revenge on Kyle while telling him how to mess with me. When I finally got Harry back, we created Snake of the Month in our AP Lit class. Lesson learned, never trust a snake.
Edith Navarro. As a freshman, I had major academic goals in mind. 4 years later, I successfully accomplished them. The challenge of taking AP classes was stressful, but hearing the jokes of my teachers and friends made it very enjoyable. A few highlights of my 4 years were forming part of the Science Olympiad team, participating at homecoming with the Ecology Club, and volunteering at school events with my friends. I'll forever cherish these memorable years.
Alexandria Pear. Looking back at my experiences and time spent at Clovis High, being a part of the volleyball team was the best experience. My favorite memory was going to Hawaii for a tournament. Although we didn't do as well as we had hoped to do, my team and I had such a fun time on the island. We went hiking, swimming, and had the most unbelievable food. I am so thankful to have been able to be part of something great. I was able to create new friends while also playing a sport that I love.
AJ Patel. These past 4 years have gone by so fast. It feels like just yesterday I was a freshman wandering to class, and now it's senior year and I'm rushing to get off campus for lunch. I can honestly say that I have no regrets. Lastly, I want to thank my parents, my counselor, my teachers, and my peers throughout the years for helping me achieve my goals and making me the person I am today.
Janica Lyra Pichardo. If someone told me that in the span of 4 years that I was going to form strong friendships, learn how to say how are you in French, memorize a scene from Romeo and Juliet, remember the rules of trigonometry and actually enjoy it, I would not have believed them. Fortunately, I was able to do all those in my years in Clovis High. I'm definitely ready for the real world.
Kendall Pope. I am so grateful for everything I was able to do and for all the people I had the chance to meet. I will always remember cheering at football games, having 38 minutes of freedom at lunchtime, and all the Clovis High events I was able to attend. I love serving as Clovis High's ASB president, being involved in leadership, and participating in other clubs and groups on campus. Besides being up super late every night doing homework, I have absolutely loved high school, and I look forward to my next adventure in life.
Adrian Ramirez. Having moved prior to my freshman year, I was nervous and anxious about attending a new school. However, attending Clovis High has led me to meet so many amazing people and provided me so many opportunities I wouldn't have been able to grasp anywhere else. One of these opportunities was having the ability to attend the Center for Advanced Research and Technology, which allowed me to expand and apply my knowledge in the field of engineering. I'm glad I've been able to attend Clovis High these past few years.
Damon Rapata. High school is where you really find out who you are. Each year brought different experiences and people that all contributed to making me who I am. Although some just know me as the guy who dresses nice, I have been fortunate enough to develop my talents far beyond that. Thanks to the supportive environment at Clovis High and at the Center for Advanced Research and Technology, I am very grateful to be here today.
Hannah Revisa. In 2005, I was very nervous when I started kindergarten at Clovis Elementary. In 2011, I was also very nervous when I started 7th grade at Clark Intermediate. In 2013, I wasn't nervous when I started 9th grade at Clovis High. In fact, I was very excited. I knew that I wanted to be a part of leadership all 4 years at Clovis High. I plan on becoming involved in leadership on my college campus, and I have my experiences from Clovis Elementary, Clark Intermediate, and Clovis High to thank.
Caitlin Russo. My favorite part of high school was my science classes. From freshman year when Mr. Kennedy let me hold his snake to senior year when Mrs. Carter lit her hands on fire. I will never forget how much fun Clovis High staff made it to learn science. Clovis High has helped me find my passion for science, and I'm excited to see what will happen next.
Kyle Spittler. It's weird to step back and think about 4 years ago as the first bell rang of my high school experience. Now that those 4 years have taken shape, I stand here with a feeling that's hard to put into words. Somewhere along the way, I came to realize only I determined what became of the 4 years ahead, and what resulted from them were dozens of friends, inspiring teachers, and an incredible team that I could share all of it with along the way.
Sandeep Saran. High school has been one stressful yet extraordinary experience. On one hand, I was up at 3 in the morning finishing homework and studying for tests. But on the other hand, I was making amazing friends and memories that I can never forget. From late night Sonic runs, to anime marathons, to study sessions before big competitions, I will always remember the amazing times I've had with the friends who've been able to make me laugh so hard that I was crying.
Michelle Stevens. I entered freshman year excited for the new adventure I was about to face, but by the second semester I was ready to be done and move on from high school. I maintained that mentality for all of sophomore and junior year. Now I'm here in the middle of senior year and I just wish that time would slow down. These past 4 years have truly been amazing. High school has given me the opportunity to reach goals that I thought were just dreams, and my goal for all 4 years is to become the top 20, and with the help of all my amazing teachers, coaches, and supportive parents, I was able to achieve that goal. I can hardly wait to see what's in store for my future.
Gage Sturgeon. We used to live our lives day to day thinking we'll have an awesome superpower or save the world in some way. But after my experience at Clovis High, I have realized that even though nobody is superhuman, everyone has a superpower. We may not see it, but everyone has a niche that can be considered grand in their own unique way. It just takes something as small, like helping others, making someone laugh, or bringing joy to everyone around you to be even more than a superhero.
David Teaston. My most remembered moment at Clovis High would have to be my first class with a new English teacher, Mr. Lane. The first classes I had in which the teacher really tried to connect with the class, trying to teach us English not just for the sake of it, but because she believed it to be an invaluable skill for the future. That was my first taste of true education.
Jillian Tom. These past 4 years at Clovis High can be summed up in one word: homework. After all the late nights, deadlines, and lack of sleep, it was not in vain, as I am a CSF Life member. I've had wonderful teachers who pushed me to do better than I thought I could, and I thank them. Despite the mounds of homework, I've enjoyed my years at Clovis High.
Hannah Tom. What will I remember at my time at Clovis High? I will remember 3 years of having to get up at 5 a.m. for zero period PE, trying to make the midnight deadlines, uploading homework to turnin.com, never missing one day of school, ever, and the many teachers who wanted to make me better than I thought I could be. I will look back on my Cougar days and be forever thankful that I survived.
Ryan Tretna. My experiences at Clovis High have been phenomenal. From my sports to school itself, I have enjoyed every moment of it. My commitment to the water polo and swim teams have helped me become who I am today, as well as the rigorous multiple AP class schedule I have taken on since my sophomore year. Overall, Clovis High has prepared me to excel at the next level of education, and I thank everyone that's helped me along the way for that.
Jessica Villalobos. Each year, I have learned something new, academically and socially. I also met people that would change my life. Freshman year, I learned to eat the big frog first. Then, by taking chemistry sophomore and junior, and having an amazing teacher, I have chosen to pursue chemistry. Now, in my senior year, I have had many laughs, especially in my lit class. I also created many new stories about snakes and pranks.
Quimba Samara. Since freshman year, I've received only support and care from the students, teachers, and staff at Clovis High. When I look at this campus, I see a school full of individuals with great pride and tradition who hold themselves to a higher standard and require nothing less than excellence. This environment has helped me grow academically, athletically, and socially to a well-rounded individual that can take on whatever life throws at me next. I would like to thank Clovis High as a whole for all it has done for me. Once a Cougar, always a Cougar.
Calista Ville. Being involved in the Clovis High Color Guard team for the past 4 years,
I wasn't confident in myself, nor was I being comfortable being myself, but it all changed when Mrs. Lozano encouraged me to try out for it. To be honest, I didn't take her seriously at first because I thought it was going to be a waste of time. However, it allowed me to talk, to interact, and to be one with everyone on the team. Color Guard has led me to meet many new people by being myself, gave me new challenges, and has helped me grow in my leadership skills.
Alexia Walker. This is it. I have almost made it through the last 4 years at Clovis High. I have most enjoyed being a part of the cross-country team. As I'm sure everyone will tell you, it was a bumpy road at first, but I have come to enjoy being a part of a team where everyone is so kind and quirky. This team will be my fondest memory when I think back on high school.
Haley Warner. I'm still standing. My high school experience was not one of common routine. I learned to take life day by day because you don't know that tomorrow is guaranteed. As Mama always said, enjoy life. It's too short not to. I've never been the varsity athlete, star student, or the leader of any type of club. The last 4 years have taught me to seek who I am, me. I know I'm a fighter, a hard worker, a go-getter, and a person looking to make a difference in this world.
Matthew Wilfong. Of all the great things I experienced while at Clovis High, I would have to say that running flags was the best. It gave me an opportunity to spend time with great people, such as Tim the Tank, and show off my school spirit in a really fun way.
Haley Williams. My 4 years at Clovis High School have been nothing but short of a roller coaster. From freshman year walking to high school for the very first time to becoming president of the African American Student Union. Along with that, I have enjoyed time with friends and being able to be a part of the track team. The memories I have made here will forever be cherished in my heart.
Sarah Zion. Looking back on my years at Clovis High, being involved with drama has been the most memorable experience. Even though I didn't take the class all 4 years, it was fun to be part of the production of the shows. Working with all the talented people and making friends along the way really made it memorable. I'll never forget the memories and skills I made backstage that have helped me grow throughout my high school experience.